There was literally a point in my life where I was trading good. I was doing everything I was supposed to do. I was going to the gym. I was being consistent. I was making content, and I was making no money. We about to get inside this call. We got 15 people here.
Remember what I said? If the previous day is bullish, what are we more likely? Bullish. If we just would have been on that side of the trend, looking for longs at the right time, this would have been a very easy trade to catch.
We're working every single day. I don't care if it's Sunday, Saturday. It's just another day. It's another opportunity to make your life better. It's another opportunity to move forward in life. Not every day I'm gonna wake up feeling in the best mood, but we still push through.
But let's just say for whatever reason, I was already bullish, right? Now with that understanding, now it seems that the 9 o'clock close bullish.
All in here, hours upon hours upon hours upon hours upon hours. Put all of my success to one main thing, it would be the fact that I was able to change my daily habits. Good morning, everybody. It's a new day. It is Saturday. It's the weekend, but guess what? That doesn't mean we're gonna relax. We're working every single day. I don't care if it's Sunday, Saturday. It's just another day. It's another opportunity to make your life better. It's another opportunity to move forward in life. Now, I'm looking out my window right now. Last weekend they had this festival that was going on for a minute. If you guys remember from the vlog, you already know. But it looks like they're doing like another market or something. I'll show you in a second. But we about to get the weekend call started with the team. If you want to get access to the team, I'm going to be allowing 5 people this month. So you can click that first link in the description. If you don't get approved for that, just make sure you get the free training. You'll still be able to make some money. You'll still be able to learn how to make some money along with the vlogs. But we're about to go over all the trades from last week. The same trades that made me $8,000. The same trades that allowed me to withdraw $3,000. The same trade that made me $3,000 on my funded accounts. We're gonna go over all of them, along with the trade that I lost on Friday. We go over all the wins and we go over all the wins and the losses because that's what allows us to keep winning. Because we go over our wins and losses and understand why they're happening and why they're not happening, so that we can go into the future and know how to improve. That's all it's about, improving 1% a day. If we can improve 1% a day, making money is simply gonna be a byproduct, and improvement is gonna be the main thing. And as long as we improve, money is gonna be a byproduct. Simple as that. But let's get this day started. Let's have a great Saturday. Stay busy. Let's have a great time. Almost forgot I was gonna show you down here, but look, they're doing another thing or something. It looks like a market of some sort. They're like selling stuff. I don't know. It looks like they got the road blocked off too. I don't know. They always doing something, but it's kind of why I love being downtown. We about to get inside this call. We got 15 people here. Let's give some value, change some lives, get it recorded. Let's get straight to it. I'm gonna give you some clips also. So if you want to know what it's like inside the team, here's some value.
Likely just has a higher percentage. That doesn't mean it's guaranteed going to be bullish. It doesn't mean it's going to guarantee be bearish, but based off of probabilities, that's all it is. So if we're looking for longs and we're trading New York session, what is one thing that could have helped us with the bias of, oh, this definitely is bullish? Remember that gap from the day before that we were waiting for a retracement that never got the retracement? Yeah, well, it happened the day after. That's perfectly fine because that doesn't change the fact that this was a good area, that this was a good reaction area. It simply was just going to happen at a time that was our time to trade. And guess what time do you think it happened the day after? Would you take a look at 3 o'clock London? Would you take a look at that? So remember how I tell you guys it's all really time-based stuff. If you show up at the right time, the likelihood of you being able to look for something that's more likely going to be a better move, like if you show up from that prime London or if you show up for that prime New York, you're likely going to be able to have a high percent chance of finding wherever those lows or highs of the day are going to be. That's just the market. A lot of the time, the lows and highs of the day are created during London or New York. That's just what it is. And if you don't believe it, go back test it. And if you don't want to back test it, you should go to the VIP sessions and look at every single back testing session we've done and just take into consideration the times the highs and the lows have been created and the times that the best entries have been like there. Like, look at this. This is the low of the day at 3 o'clock after doing what? We're going to annotate this because even though this isn't a trade that I would have taken because this is not at my session, this is a great trade. This is the low of the day. So let's annotate this. So we got the low of the day. Why is this important to know it's the low of the day? Because if you can understand how the lows and highs of the day are created, the likelihood of you being able to catch good entries and have a good idea on what the daily range is going to do is far more likely. Because if you can understand what's happening in the general perspective of the overall day and not in just the next hour, you'll have a better percent chance of being able to actually hold a trade. So we have the low of the day at 3 in the morning, which is the open of London session. What happened? So we had a 1 hour for value gap. It got traded into. I could also say we've ran the Asian session low, but in my opinion, I'm just going to count this as a retracement. This is very easily a better retracement move, and I'm going to also get into another confirmation, What is the next confirmation you guys may be asking? Is nothing different. What am I going to do? I'm going to pull a fib from that previous is low to the previous is high, because this is the lowest point. This is the highest point before we started retracing. So I'm going to simply draw a fib. The first fib that I'm going to draw is going to be the 50% to get an idea. If it was below the 50%, that's already a confirmation for why that would have been a good area to buy. Oh shit, would you look at that? Wow. Okay. Perfect, right? Perfect, right? So I don't know where my annotations just went. I'm going to keep it a buck. I didn't realize that also disappeared. So we're going to write that again. We have the low of the day at 3 a.m., which is prime London, after price traded into a 1 hour for value gap, along with the 50% of the fib long. So just in itself, this is enough confirmation for being able to take a trade. Like this just alone. This is 4 confirmations along with the what? Extra confirmation. Remember what I said? If the previous day is bullish, what are we more likely? Bullish. If we just would have been on that side of the trend, looking for longs at the right time, this would have been a very easy trade to catch because it didn't do nothing crazy. How could have you caught this move? If you would have been looking to get in with the safest possible entry as soon as price tapped in that gap, a 50-point stop loss, it might have cooked you. It might have actually cooked you, but if you would have had a 50, you might have been spared. If you would have had 100, you would have been good. Now, I'm not going to say I would have been risking this. I wouldn't have been risking that. Based off of how I trade, I'm either risking 50 or 100, and I don't trade London regardless. So let's just say that this trade would have played out anyway, because if it wouldn't have played out, that just simply would have been a stop loss problem. Not the fact that you didn't know what was going to happen, not the fact that you didn't have a good idea or a good hypothesis on what the market was going to do. But if you just simply don't have the right entry, you could just get stopped out. And this is exactly what happened to me on Monday. Like, I'll take this exact example just to show you on Monday for the people that don't know what I mean. Right over here on Monday, I was looking for longs on NAS 100, and this happened. I just got stopped out by like 2-3 points, and it immediately, looking at it hindsight, it went up all week, didn't it? That's even worse, you know? Yeah, well, yeah, like I was saying, I got stopped out and it immediately went the other direction. That doesn't mean that the trade idea was wrong. It doesn't mean what I was looking for was wrong. I was simply wrong on my stop loss and I was wrong on the timing. Like, if you would have took the same exact trade but just sat as simply a little bit of a better entry, same stop loss, same everything, you would have been good. But that's what you guys got to understand. You can't judge the fact on if you lose a trade or have a losing day or a winning day as I'm a good trader, I'm a bad trader. You got to go based off the process and the system. Because the same thing that could have lost you a trade here, you might have got a better entry just from being a little bit more patient or just waiting a little bit more, and it would have been the same trade. So you can't count it as, I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Because if you would have also had 100-point stop loss, even if you had a shitty entry all the way up here, you would have caught the trade. You know what I mean? It's all perspective. It's all how you look at it. But nonetheless, the main thing you guys got to understand, though, like, fuck the money, fuck all the other stuff, is understand what is happening within this area. Because this area right here is all I would have needed to see to be able to take a trade. So put it like this. This area right here, I'll even make it a little bit bigger. Because if you just take into consideration this gap too, this gap, along with this 2 days, man, fuck that. Just these 2 days. All the information I needed to be able to catch a trade like this was only stuff from in these 2 days. That was it. All the information I needed to be able to find a trade that could have played out the low of the week that could have just kept playing potentially is just all the information from right here and right here. It's nothing complicated. It's just simply knowing what to look for, if that makes sense, and waiting for the right times. But I don't trade London. So let's just say we didn't catch this trade. What is something that I could have taken advantage of during my time to trade? So my time to trade, I remember specifically I know what trade I took. So what I took was this. I took a lot of imbalance moves this week. What is an imbalance move? Put it like this. Whenever we have one candle and we end up closing, let's just say we close bullish, right? Let's make this a blue candle. We're going to say that we close bullish on this candle. On the next candle, when that next candle opens and starts pushing, you now have this gap from the last candle behind, right? Because that was the original high. So once it starts pushing like this and leaving this little imbalance, the main thing is timing. My main thing, like, if I get a trade like this, I want to be able to make sure I'm getting in on this trade at the right time. So let's just say this candle right here was 8 a.m. Now let's just say this candle right here was 9 a.m., right? 9 a.m. closed bullish. And then the next candle, this is at 10 o'clock, so 10 a.m. So in this case, I'm already knowing, if 9 o'clock closed bullish, let's just say for whatever reason, I'm already bullish for the day because this is just simply a hypothetical example, just to kind of give you an idea what an imbalance is. But let's just say for whatever reason, I was already bullish, right? Now with that understanding, now seeing that the 9 o'clock close bullish, now that we're here at 10 and I have this imbalance, that is something that I could possibly watch for price to retrace into. Why? Because if I'm already bullish on the buys, I'm already in my time to trade, and say this is a 1 hour imbalance, or even let's just say this is a 4 hour imbalance, this is going to be a higher time frame gap regardless. So if I'm already in the right direction, we're already moving in that right trend, all I would really be waiting for is simply just a retracement. And a lot of the time, we'll get a retracement. I like to see those retracements pretty early into the candle. If I'm trading on the hour time frame, I likely want to see this. Maybe we get a push like the first 5-10 minutes of 10 o'clock. We retrace a little bit. From this retracement, that is where a lot of the times I'll end up getting my entry off the retracement, expecting that that's simply just a retracement on the lower time frame, and price is going to continuously keep pushing. And then that's what I was able to do on the day over here. So now that you kind of got an idea, let me show you how I actually caught the trade. Because in this case, I caught the trade, but it didn't even close in my direction at first. And let me show you what I mean by that. So right on here, ideal trade of the day would have been London, right? But I tell you guys all the time, you don't need to catch the best move of the day. You can, it's cool, it feels good, but you don't need to, right? You don't need to. That's the main thing. Do you want to? Yes. Do you would you make it you feel good? Yes. But you don't need to. If you want to make money, you don't need to catch the best move. You got to catch a move in general. If it's the best move or not, you're still going to make what you're risking. That's all it is. But where I got this trade was over here. The same example that I just told you, but it was just at a different time. Instead of me getting in at 10 o'clock, I was getting in at 9 o'clock after 9:30 with the anticipation right here. This is where I got my entry. And now remember how I said it didn't close in my direction? It didn't. I got in when this 9 o'clock candle. Let me try to make it look a little bit. I'm about to artificially make a candle. Oh shit. Sometimes teaching is a little hard. But basically, I got in when it was like up here, a bullish candle up here. That's where I got my entry. And then I got my entry, but I had enough drawdown to where I can then hold. I had a 100-point stop loss because I would rather be safe than sorry on this day, especially because I already lost Monday, so I was already kind of treading the waters. I had a 100-point stop loss, and I got in when price pushed up here and retraced into this gap. That's when I got in, but then it ended up putting me in drawdown. But since I had enough wide enough stop loss, I didn't change my bias or nothing. I just simply waited. And then you can see 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock is when we actually got that momentum. 10 o'clock, we closed bullish. 11 o'clock, we started pushing. And this was the day that it literally took me a long time to get my trade. And this is the day where I literally got the 1 to 2 perfectly. For the people that were here for that trade, this was a great trade. Because even though it took some time to be able to catch this trade, it was a great trade nonetheless. Why was it a great trade? Because even though it put us in drawdown, the trade idea didn't do anything wrong. Just because we were in a little bit of drawdown didn't mean the trade idea was wrong. I was just simply wrong on the timing. If I would have got in an hour after, I would have probably had no drawdown, but just profit. But this is simply the schematic that I always tell you guys. When we have a low of the day of some sort, right? Some low of the day, price will always leave a gap behind. And just because it leaves a gap behind doesn't mean it's going to trade into it. Doesn't mean that you're going to get an entry. But now you have the opportunity to where all you got to do now is simply wait. And if you're right, you're right. If you're wrong, you're wrong. But a lot of times, if that low or high of the day was created at a specific time, the likelihood of it actually holding is more likely. Because if this low got created at 3 a.m. after trading into a gap, okay, and then we immediately started bullish all London session after, I'm likely going to believe that that's more strong in comparison to if it has a low that didn't really trade into a gap. It was just consolidating. It didn't really do nothing, and it didn't really like have a major higher low. It was just consolidating for a whole session in comparison to having a nice move like this into an area and immediately starts going. Because in those situations are the times where I'll be like, okay, where's that gap? That gap is going to be what I'm using now to get the next ideal trade. Because even though I didn't catch the best trade, I didn't catch the lowest part of the day or the highest part of the day, I can still catch a move, and that's all that matters. I was still able to make, I made $1,000 on the funded account on this trade, and I made $2,000 on my live account.
All right, just got done with the call, everything. Great call. The value in that game, the value in that session was crazy because there was a lot of trades that we actually caught, those trades that I lost. There was a lot of value in it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna show you the clips and everything, so don't think you're not gonna get the value. I got you. But I'm about to upload it so that they can watch it, add this to about the other. 80 something hours of content. For the people that don't think you actually learn, for the people that don't think you get value inside the team, you're sadly mistaken. Too much value for too cheap of a price. But as you can see, all the recordings and meetings, all in here, hours upon hours upon hours upon hours upon hours upon hours upon hours. And I'm about to add another hour. All right, right now I'm in the car. I'm not gonna lie, I had a whole gym session. I recorded the gym and everything, and then as I was recording, the camera died. So yeah, that's unfortunate. I don't think none of the footage got recorded, but I was at the gym. If you want proof that I was at the gym, because I know some people are gonna be like, nah, you ain't even go. Nah, I got proof. Where's it at? So after I got done earlier with my team and everything, I was posting on Instagram, and you'll see the next couple of stories are from when I went to the gym. Boom, bada bang. Yes, I was at the gym. No days off. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Practice what you preach. If you're gonna be an educator, if you're gonna teach anybody how to do anything, practice what you preach. There's no reason you should be telling somebody to do something that you're not doing. There's no reason that you should be advising somebody to do something that you're not doing. If there's no reason you're trying to teach somebody how to do something you're not doing, practice what you preach. But no cap. Right now I'm about to go to the stores, about to go get some gas in the car, you know what I'm saying? Do the little weekly little round up little, you know what I'm saying, gas fill up type shit. But yeah, other than that, honestly just getting work done for today. Have a lot of stuff that got released today in terms of the free trading, in terms of the free trading training. Check that out. In terms of joining a mentorship, that is also releasing as of right now. So there's a lot of different stuff in terms of the business, in terms of entrepreneurship that I'm doing right now when it comes to teaching people how to make money, when it comes to teaching people how to trade. Oh man. But yeah, I'll just catch you back when I'm not like with this angle, because that should look like I'm about to fall again. But I mainly just want to talk about just like life in general of lately. For the people that have been watching the vlogs for a while, you guys know how far I came. And even for the people that haven't been watching the vlogs for a while, you may see me making a lot of money this week. $3,000 withdrawn, $8,000 made on both a funded and a live account in front of you live 5 days in a row. Like, you may see that now, but there was literally a point in my life where I was trading good. I was doing everything I was supposed to do. I was going to the gym. I was being consistent. I was making content. And I was making no money. Absolutely no money. And it's crazy to think that I'm in the same type of situation with the same businesses, still making content, still trading, and I'm making so much, like, not even, I'm gonna say so much more. I'm making money in general in comparison to before. I was, bro, years. Like, I don't think you guys realize how hard trading really is to make work. And the fact that I'm in a position to where I'm downtown right now, Channel Side, not too far from my own condo, in my Benz, it's crazy. Anything I could do, you could do. It's the only thing different is this process that I have, and then I essentially had systems, I had routines, that I had rules in place that all I had to do was just show up and follow. I don't win trades every day. I don't make money every day. I don't have the best gym workout every day. Not every day I'm gonna be able to catch a trade in front of the team. Not every day I'm gonna wake up feeling in the best mood, but we still push through. We still move forward. We still improve 1%. We still do the things that got us to that position, regardless how we feel, regardless of anything. Because it's about knowing what's gonna get you to that next level. And what's gonna get you to that next level? Changing your daily habits. If I had to put all of my success to one main thing, it would be the fact that I was able to change my daily habits. Because by changing what I'm doing on a daily basis, by changing what I'm spending my time and energy to, is gonna change my results. It's gonna change the amount of money I make. It's gonna change the impact that I have on the world. You just gotta know what to put your attention, time, and focus on. Once you know what to put your time, attention, and focus on, then the next thing to put behind that is money. Because you need money to make money. That's just the reality of it. Yes, you can turn a little bit into a lot, but you still need something. In trading, you can't turn $0 into $1, but you can turn $1 into $2. You could turn $2 into $4, but you need to start with something. The reason I'm even kind of having this conversation, like this building over here, this is the building that I stayed in an Airbnb for 2 months when I first moved to Florida. When I first moved to Florida, I moved in August of 2022. The month before my 21st birthday. Well, no, 21st, the month before my 20th birthday. I moved out here at 19 years old. I had a lease and everything for September, but like I said, I moved in August. So I wanted to be here early. I wanted to be here for my birthday. I wanted to be in Florida for the summer. I was just ready to live life. I was ready to be on my own because I was living with my parents at the time before I moved out here. But I spent like $10,000 to stay at this place for like 2 months. I got crazy taxed. I didn't know that this was such an expensive area before I came here. But hindsight, it was an amazing experience. And it's crazy because being around this environment is the reason that I live around here now, because I was exposing myself to it so early on. Now, even though I couldn't afford to live there 24/7, I couldn't afford my own lease in this area, now I can. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Trust. So I just ate some amazing Waffle House. Great Waffle House. I'm feeling amazing, but now it's time to give some value. I haven't gone on Instagram Live today, so we're about to go on Instagram Live. And I ain't gonna lie, they already got everything gone. Like, I'm not gonna show you too much, but over there, all the people, they're already gone. Crazily enough, but yeah, let's get to work.
It comes down to, why are you losing the funded accounts? Are you losing the funded accounts because you're taking high risk trades, meaning you're risking a lot per trade, or are you blowing the account over time? Like, that's something you might want to ask yourself, because once you got the answer to it, that's when you're going to be able to kind of put things in place to be able to keep yourself from self-sabotaging yourself. A lot of the time, it just comes down to you. Your strategy is probably fine, your system's probably fine, and more than likely works if you're using it. It's just a matter of you getting in your own way. But I would say, like I said, be aware of why you're losing the funded accounts. I don't know why you're losing the funded accounts. Be aware of why it's happening. Then from there, you can kind of reverse engineer to make it happen. How long after you started trading did you finally consistently get profitable? 2.5 to 3 years. How much money you put in your first trade? My first ever account ever was about $100. I deposited $100 like every, probably for like 20 accounts, but I blew it all, to be honest. I just didn't know what I was doing. Been reading a lot of mindset business books. Any you recommend? Think and Grow Rich. The Power of the Subconscious Mind is good. The Millionaire Booklet by Grant Cardone. It's a cool little, it's a fast little booklet. What else? Trading wise, I say Mark Douglas is good trading wise, but if you want business, I say those are good business. Keep going, bro. You give me the hope I'll be able to spend time with my family. I work 24/7. I'm 19 with 2 kids and another on the way. Finna be the coolest dad in the world. My boy need to learn how to cool out. My boy got 3 kids. Listen, at least you got a reason to keep going now. No, you don't need any other motivation. You got it all you need right now. Play the game so unfair you don't lose money. Break even and good risk reward. You help me a lot, become more consistent. I'm happy to hear that, bro. Happy to hear you guys are seeing success. Can't be the only can't be the only person in a penthouse. Top's no fun when it's just you. Now, let me know what questions y'all got for me. Let me see. I might just change the angle, because fuck it. I just have to hit them like these. Here we go. Now the sun is really cooking me now. How can I make YouTube a business? By getting views and getting paid for it. It's pretty easy. I mean, once you start getting paid for it, it's a business. And the only difference between getting paid for it and not paid for it is being monetized. Read up to my question. Just ask it again. I'm gonna just end up missing other people's questions. What do you think about taking partials? Personally, I don't like to take partials. If I were to take partials, I would always just take majority of it off and leave a small runner. I like to take majority of my traded profit off. But if I do leave anything, it's going to be a very small percentage. How many funded accounts have you blown? Too many to count on my fingers. I need like, I don't even know. I've blown through probably, I don't even know. Challenges and funded accounts, the number is so out of, I would be throwing a random number, but it's 20 plus. What account size did you start when you first started trading? I started with a $100 account. I ended up losing it a whole lot of times though. Do you teach your family member / girlfriend trading or anything business related? I don't teach anybody that doesn't ask. If you don't want to be taught it, I'm not gonna bother, because you gotta want to do it. I can't make somebody want to trade, want to make content, want to do business. But if you come to me and ask like how to do it, then it's different. Another day, another live session. But look, I'm about to take you into a little sneak peek. Look, comment profit for access to my free training. Yeah, this is that content side. You know what I'm saying? So like, this is me posting my content, and basically
The reason I do that, for the people that don't know, is essentially when I post like this, for example, this is like a whole hour of me giving value, crazy value. Like, why would someone not want to get more free value if you got an hour of free value right here, right? So like the clips that you guys probably just saw, they have the entire thing. And if you want the entire thing, go check it out. But why do I do this? Because me posting free value just like this, not Wes Watson, bro. Get out my face, Birdie. Fuck is you staring at me like that for? Damn, man, where my shit at? Just let it post. What am I watching, bro? Post. You're connected, bro. Yo. All right, whatever. It's over here. But yeah, this was a 42-minute live. If I gave value for 42 minutes for free, what do you think people are going to want to do when they know that there's a free trading course? They're going to comment it, and once it comments it, it's going to take me over to this app right here, ManyChat. So free game for the content creators, and they're going to send the link to the free training for them. So then I can get them and possibly bring them onto the team later on in life. But yeah, for the people that don't understand content, don't understand the business behind content, there you go. For the people that do understand it, there's some free game. But then again, like I said, we're just giving value today. I'm just giving value. Today's just a giving value day. All right, team. I ain't gonna lie, this is kind of a great little lighting. I never tried like this lighting right now. This is low-key, immaculate lighting, but this is gonna be where the video is gonna be coming to an end. It was a great video. I give a lot of value. If you didn't find no game in this video, you're honestly a goner, because with the information you learned from this video, there's no reason you can't at least make $1,000 from trading. I promise you, the information that you have in this video is enough if you have the bare basics, the bare fundamentals, right? The bare foundation already. You understand candlesticks. With what I taught you, just with those 10-minute, 5-minute clips, is enough for you to make your first $1,000, whether it's from a live account or whether it's from a prop firm. It just comes down to taking action. It just comes down to actually applying the information that I just taught you. Trust me, I'm not giving you no bullshit information. I'm teaching you exactly what I'm doing on a daily basis. But if you want to get more of a if you want to work directly with me, click the first link in the bio. And if you want to get access to the free training, also click the second link in the description. I love you guys, and I'll see you again for tomorrow's daily video. I'm gonna have a great night. I hope you do so.